Pilcher has stated that many Queen Bee's looked. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling. Pilcher has stated that many Queen Bee's looks inspired
I think you said
Charlotte's.
bean, buddy. Say it one more time.
I'm losing it. It's always near the end. I
usually
lose
wouldn't cut
steam
you
near
out,
the
but
end.
I
No.
cannot
I
in good
appreciate
faith
it.
That's
let you
Mr.
say
Bean's
Queen
drag
Bee.
name.
You cannot get the Bayhive in you.
Queen Bean. No. I'm sorry. Welcome to Pitch This.
A comedy show where we reimagine your favorite IPs with a new, completely unhinged twist.
Like, what if The Crow was a nature doc?
Or what if nobody loved Raymond?
We've got a spec script, talented guests, and absolutely zero shame to hold us back. On today's episode, Gen Z comes to Bridgerton. Hello, and welcome back to Pitch This Podcast, episode 101. We are back, better than ever, the only podcast regarded to as the audible ick. Thank you so much to the critics. Justin, my co-host, I'm Adam Stark, by the way, but welcome back. We're back for another season that might just never end. This
might be forever.
The curse of Sisyphus of audio has begun and shan't cease. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, yes, and we have started the ASMR of a boulder rolling up the hill for the rest of the podcast that will play in the background forever.
It is terrible. It is awful.
Yes, it will. You'll get used to it in a couple episodes, though. It'll just kind of be there. And then one episode, 20 episodes from now, we're going to take it out. And that's going to be the one where you're just like, where's the boulder?
Stay tuned for that. Yeah, so we got a good episode. We have a nice, I guess you could say, topical script tonight. Not just because of the source material, but because of those damn kids on my lawn, the Gen Z, if you will. But before we get any further into it, Justin, we have two amazing guests tonight. Let's bring them in.
Yes, we're so excited. We have some brand new guests for you guys tonight. Let's start with one of them because we've got a little fun mini game to play with our guests to bring them in today. Our first guest on episode 101 is Rebecca Hardy. Rebecca, how are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Horny to be here.
Oh. Sounds like Bridgerton.
That is the energy we've set in the studio today.
Rebecca was so nice and chill before we came in, and that first words, I'm happy. We're happy to have you.
Why can't it be both? Chill and horny at the same time.
That's the new taco.
The duality
that's like,
of
why
man.
can't we have both? Whatever that taco commercial
why
is.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Chill and horny. So, Rebecca, we've asked both you and our other guests, who we'll reveal in a second, to do a little bit of a two truths and a lie to kind of introduce you to us and also to our guests. So, if you have them, give us your two truths and a lie.
I do. I've been thinking about lying to you all day. So, I am allergic to penicillin.
Oh, man.
I studied abroad in Moscow, and I was once ruled in favor of by a TV judge. I won a TV judge case.
Can we ask like a follow-up question?
Oh, yeah. God, I want to know.
It's your game. You tell me.
What was the
Okay,
case?
hold on.
All right, give me the answer. No.
Yeah. Let's guess first.
Yeah, fine.
And then if the TV judge one is real, I have many more questions, and that might be what this is about now. I'm going to say it's the Moscow one, and not because you didn't study abroad, but because I think maybe it was a slightly different city or something that you've changed.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
All right.
Okay.
It's either that or you lost the TV judge case.
It's
one of
So
those.
it's all of them.
Yeah.
Also a great story.
I'm going to go with the Moscow one, though.
I like that. I'll take a different angle on this. As someone who is allergic to aspirin, not penicillin, but aspirin, I'm going to say you are picking a different novelty cure
drug
as your actual truth, and making a penicillin as your lie. I'm going to go with the penicillin one because again, the judge one is I just hope it's true.
Okay, before we get the answer, let's bring in our other guest, and we're going to have them give their truth and a lie, and then we'll kind of all discuss together. So our second guest of the day is Brianna Cresci. Welcome, Brianna. How are you?
Great job with the name. I'm good. Would you care to dance?
Here, let's go.
I think I have some spots on my dance card open for you.
So before we get our answer from Rebecca, Brianna, what are your two truths and a lie?
Yes, so my two truths and a lie are I am a certified yoga teacher, I'm a vegan, and I interned in Botswana over the summer. at some point.
2 location things. From
What
the
if? All right.
two
What
here.
if Rebecca was the one who was in Botswana and Brianna was the
Brianna was
one
in Moscow,
in
and they
Moscow?
discussed this ahead of time.
Ooh,
They're
They
in
yes.
cahoots.
coordinated our lives.
Damn it!
Collusion.
Oh,
Just
Alright.
to mess with you guys.
This is a tough one because the yoga and the vegan go hand in hand, but so does Botswana.
Brandon, the funniest thing you can do here is after this be like, no, I eat like I'm a fucking carnivore. Like I see meat and I cannot resist.
Pulls out like one of those like giant
Like right now, yeah.
cowboy T-Rex rib things
Yeah, and just-
from the Flintstones.
All right, Adam, what is your guess?
All right, I'm gonna go again with this is like a not so quite the truth type of lie. I'm gonna go with vegan, and I'm gonna say you're a pescatarian.
The other funniest thing you could tell us is that you're not a certified yoga teacher and you do it like under the table. You're like, I teach people how to relax outside the KFC.
The yoga black market.
I have a
I'm
makeshift studio in my apartment.
Brianna, I'm gonna say the yoga one, but for the same reason that I think that maybe you're certified in something else. Like there's another thing that that you teach. Gosh, this gives me so much anxiety. All right, so let's go back.
Let's go over Rebecca's.
Yeah, Rebecca's. I said it was the Moscow one for me. Adam, what did you say yours?
The penicillin, and the
Okay.
other option was the TV judge ruling in your favor. So, which one was the lie?
I am allergic to penicillin. That is true. A
Rats.
TV judge did rule in my favor.
Ah,
I did go to school in Moscow, but it was not abroad. It was Moscow, Idaho.
that's hilarious.
Oh no!
That's hilarious.
Sneaky.
That's great.
Sneaky.
That's great. Amazing.
Second only to Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good. Hey, I'm happy I got that one, but not for the reasons I thought it was, so I'll take it. That was sneaky. I liked it. All right, and Brianna, we said, I said for you, yoga, certified yoga instructor for me, and you said
I said not vegan.
not
Yeah.
vegan. Okay, all right. What's your answer?
So I am vegan for 11
Congrats.
years. So sorry, Adam.
It's okay.
I did interned abroad in Botswana, and I am certainly not a certified yoga teacher. I actually hate yoga a lot.
Oh!
That is
Hell yeah,
not part
brother.
of my life in any capacity.
That's amazing.
I'm a certified yoga hater, and
Yep.
Yeah.
I have the card.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate the lies, even though I was wrong. But it is what it is. Justin,
We felt this would be
congrats.
a good week for lies, like the kind of conspiracies and the whispers of the what we're talking about this week.
Indeed. So, but before we get into this any further, we want to give you guys a proper chance to introduce yourselves. So, Rebecca, we'll let you take it away.
Yes, hi, I'm Rebecca Hardy. I'm an actress, screenwriter, author, reader of an unhealthy number of books, and stoked to be here.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brianna Crutchy. I am a video game strategist at PlayStation. When we have to shill some stuff, that's basically what I'm going to be telling y'all to play. I do not read books almost at all. The 17 pages of the script is going to be the most that I'm reading in a few months at least.
Amazing.
Well, Adam, why don't you tell us? I mean, we already kind of alluded to it, but tell us what we're going over today, and then we'll kind of talk about what our relationship to the IP is, and kind of get into it.
Yeah, so we're talking about Bridgerton, which is now currently releasing its third season, right? We always lose track, but it's 4 episodes coming out, already out. We are on the verge of the other 4 coming out, so forgive us if we have either missed the mark on the rest of the season, or if I've correctly predicted what happens in season 4. In the last 4 episodes, I highly doubt that's the case, but today's episode is a wonderful marriage of a joke, which is Bridgerton if Gen Z existed in the world of Bridgerton. So before we get too much into that aspect of it, we want to give you guys a chance to talk about your connection or just your feelings towards this show. It's been now 3 seasons, a spin-off as well. So where are you guys at? I'll start with Brianna.
Yeah, so I first discovered Bridgerton when season 1 came out.
Amazing.
And was told by my friend who is a massive reader of romance novels, especially ones geared towards the younger, like the YA audience, that both her and her mother love the show. And while it makes her uncomfortable, that I should watch it. And boy, was she right. Season one was so hot. It was gorgeous male lead, sex all over the place, very passionate. I was hooked from that moment and have stayed for the culture mostly. I can't say that I particularly love these television shows, but I love the culture around them. And so I'm happy to be talking about it right now.
So it's got that CW grab on you. You know, you
It
fell in
does.
love with
It
the
has that
beginning of it.
YA
Yeah.
yearning, simple storylines that you know how it's going to end. Like the couples come together and that is expected. But the journey to get there is a visual treat. The soundtrack is amazing. I went to a wedding last summer where my friend had the same like string quartet playing pop music.
Amazing.
Yeah, during her wedding. Like that's become part of the larger culture around this show. So
It is one of my favorite parts of the show. And I think it really creates exactly the vibe that the showrunners were going for. And every time that I've been watching it, so I'll just give a quick backstory. So I'm actually almost to the end of season 2 right now. I'm a little bit behind. My partner wanted me to get into it a little bit ago, and I just slacked. I had other things to watch, and I finally came around to it. Breezed through season 1, and I'm almost done with season 2. Every time that a pop song comes on, especially in like the Queen's Court, I have this like little voice in my mind that's just Queen Charlotte being like, "Tell the band to play some Jay-Z tonight."
the off discussed carriage scene, which you will get to, it's the end of this first half of season 3, has
Oh,
Give Me
man.
Everything by
Yes.
Mr. Worldwide himself playing in the background.
Mr. Worldwide, no.
He even shouted it out on TikTok. That's the
Pitbull
best
is for
part.
everyone.
Pitbull is for everyone.
I mean, worldwide, spanning the world and centuries as well, apparently.
Yes.
So,
Lord Pitt. Wow. All right.
House of
Wonderful.
yeah. All right, Rebecca, I want to give you a chance to give us your background on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like a consummate fanthropologist where I love to be wherever the people are squealing. I wouldn't say I know the most about Bridgerton, but I
Follow the
definitely.
squeals.
Yeah, I love the unapologetic puberty of getting to be a Bridgerton lead. Like, you can go from being a regular character to like, oh, I'm leading this season. Give me the full glow up.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And like, no one bats an eye. Like, you come back from being a side character to your lead season, and everyone's like, yes, you are still the same person that we know from before. We're not going to comment on all of this. I love it.
Let's now move on to our facts machine. We're going to boot this up and give you the regular boring facts. Here we go.
Bridgerton is a Regency romance alternate history drama produced by Shondaland and hosted by Netflix. The show couldn't have picked a better time to release its horny energy into the world, airing on December 25th, 2020, right at the end of a year where many of us hadn't felt the touch of another human being in just over 9 months. Not for any particular reason, we all just lacked Riz. The show is led by showrunners Chris Van Dusen and Jess Brownell, scored by composer Chris Bauer, and hosts an insanely long list of actors that give the show its extraordinarily posh life. Bridgerton itself is based on a series of novels written by author Julia Quinn, of which there are 8, one for each Bridgerton kid. By the way, these novels were released from 2000 to 2006. Homegirl was pumping these puppies out at a rate of 1.3 novels a year. At the time of this recording, there are currently 3 seasons released to Netflix, including a spin-off miniseries detailing the life of Queen Charlotte, titled, get this, Queen Charlotte.
And that's the fax machine.
Thank you so
very
much, Fax
Thank you very-
Machine. That was
good.
amazing.
I'm glad we invested more money into the fax machine.
Yeah.
That was kind of-
We got
Fax-
it.
It's hard to get them nowadays,
So
especially
hard.
one that has the audio.
And now, introduced with a little help from our human guests, here are the...
Fun facts.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, many shooting locations for Bridgerton probably look pretty familiar to viewers, especially those that are well-versed in British dramas. Shows and movies that use many of the same houses as the series included, but are not limited to The Crown, Pride and Prejudice, The Favourite, The Duchess, Enola Holmes, and Downton Abbey.
That's the only spaces the British have. Have you ever seen their island? It's really small.
I do like that. I mean, I feel like it's hard sometimes when you recognize something from another show. It could take you out of it, but at the same time, like a majority of these shows are all just kind of like the British royalty, anyways. So
I will say too, and I
It
didn't
was all
mention
the same houses.
it was all it's actually one house that they just redid a bunch of times.
these poor set designers.
Very economical.
I didn't put the it's really good for shooting. That's how they can pump these things out so quick. The Bridgerton's home, interior design wise, was also designed after Princess Diana's childhood home, which the designers had seen as and wanted to influence their home. That's where it came from. I didn't put that in the fun facts, but I thought that was fun nonetheless.
The UK is like, no tax incentives, but you can have these manners.
Wow, what is the difference in timeline? Like, I imagine Princess Diana then had a pretty retro style in her childhood home.
Have you seen British anything?
British anything? Yeah, I've seen some of the shows that were mentioned.
Okay. Because
I've seen Henry Cavill putting together a computer. Sure, that counts, right?
Yeah, I've seen Idris Elba.
yeah,
around.
sure.
Yeah, what do you mean?
He's around. Actually, one time my mom saw David Beckham at Starbucks, and she just texted me a photo of her with him. I was very upset, but that's my contribution to that. Okay, so the show's costume department, led by Ellen Mirajnik, consists of nearly 250 artists. For the first season alone, over 7,500 costume pieces were created for the show, of which only 5,000 were used. So they have 2,500 just either ready to go, or they just gave them away to someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take some of the extras.
They're just
They
giving
could
them
take
out.
the rest of them off.
Right.
That would be fine.
Yeah.
This is our plea. Please, Shondaland. I'll have a few extra dresses.
Take your dresses.
Phoebe Dynevor, who portrays Daphne Bridgerton, wore 104 costumes all on her own within the first season's 8-episode run. Man,
That's a lot. That's like 104 costumes.
It's a lot of corsets.
That's a lot of corsets.
that's true. I get mad just when I like go to the gym in the middle of the day and have to shower and change. Like, to me, like that's already
Oh, yeah.
asking a lot of myself.
I'm the opposite.
Really?
No.
Oh my gosh, if I'm working out that day, as a person who works from home, which Rebecca also is a person who works from home, if I'm working out, I am putting on those clothes in the morning when I put clothes on, not
Yeah,
coming off till
that's the
the
right
rest
way
of
to
the
do
day.
it.
supposed to work out.
the right
I'm
way to do
very different. I go through, and my partner is very mad about this. I do so much laundry. I feel like I have a morning outfit, an afternoon outfit, and a night outfit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like I have the morning outfit that I've woken up in. I'm comfortable. I'm this is me for the day. I'm here with my coffee and my lacrosse penny. And then like my afternoon outfit's like the going out outfit. The Los Angeles, it's really freaking hot outside. I got to be prepared for this outfit. And then the night outfit, which could be whatever the night is. It could be a comfy outfit. It could be a going out outfit. That's that one's the wild card,
And you're washing your clothes in between each of these wears?
Yes, I do in between each one. I don't do loads. I do individual washes. I don't have a machine. I just have a washboard and I just kind of straight down. Yeah.
That's why your partner's upset they can't use the
Yes.
sink,
Yes.
the bathtub.
It's a very shallow sink too, so there's just water everywhere. The cat's pissed. Everyone's mad.
I want to move on to this fun fact because I don't know if you guys know this, and I mean it might shock you, but Queen Charlotte isn't a character in the books at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
At all.
At all. So
wait.
Get it, Shonda.
Tell me more. Showrunner Chris Van Dusen and producer Shonda Rhimes decided to include her not only because of the series' setting, but also because it opened possibilities to diversify the show's leading cast. While many aspects of Bridgerton bend history to make it more relatable to the average present-day viewer, Queen Charlotte was very much a real person and is considered to be the first biracial leader of England. Rhimes and Van Dusen felt that including her as such a present character meant that it afforded its setting, England, to be a much more colorful place.
I love it. I love how
Yeah.
regal she is meets how much she cares about Lady Whistledown's writings. It's like, I have so much absolute power. Give me that gossip column.
Yeah, you
That
need
is-
to know what the mice are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that's said about Bridgerton often that is not entirely accurate is it's defined as like a race blind cast, which is definitely not the case. Like, yes, Queen Charlotte herself was mixed race, and the content of the show, like, race plays a role in the show. Slavery doesn't play a role in the show, and obviously the British Empire was very involved in slavery at the time, but race is an element of the show that I think that they actually handle in a way that handles it, allows it to be something that's talked about, but doesn't make the core focus of the show about it, while allowing the cast to be as diverse as it is. And thank God that they did, because Reggie Jean Page, oh
God, Duke Butt. I think I started watching the show after I heard Stephen Colbert refer to him as Duke Butt, and I was like, yes. Yes.
Gotta see what that is.
Gotta know about that.
Wow, what if her origin story was like seeing it on Pornhub and then being like, I gotta see more of this?
That's Stephen Colbert is my nickname for Pornhub.
I saw a video titled Duke Butt.
And the rest is history. Fun fact, you can also find the entirety of The Empire Strikes Back on Pornhub. Just search Old Man Fucks the Galaxy, and it's all there in pieces. I swear to God.
How do you know that, Justin? How do you know that?
I saw a thing and I had to follow it up. You
right.
don't just see that and not go down a rabbit hole.
Fine.
Or a wormhole, if you will.
Yes. That's all I have to say about Pornhub
Duke
today.
Butt is all I gotta say about this. So
Duke Butt.
let's get to the last fun fact here. The show's hair and makeup artist, Mark Pilcher, took inspiration from old Hollywood for many of the hairstyles in the show. Daphne Bridgerton was modeled off of Audrey Hepburn, while Lady Featherington was inspired by Elizabeth Taylor. For Queen Charlotte, Pilcher looked elsewhere, drawing inspiration from a different queen, Beyonce. Pilcher has stated that many of Queen Bee's looks inspired Charlotte's, but the first one to catch his eye was her hair and makeup in Austin Powers' Goldmember, a true classic, if you will.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
The look in question is Charlotte's iconic afro wig from season 1, which was actually so large that it was built from multiple other wigs, all sewn together into one hell of a headpiece.
Man, those wigs are wild. Like, I don't know how many hours it would take me to like configure myself into that, but I want to try. I'm interested.
Yeah, not nearly enough natural hair on the head for this.
But I feel like everybody has their own like what the fuck thing on the show. Like Cressida has just like it's like nobody, and her shoulder pads are like ba-bam.
Yeah,
the Queen has wigs happening,
That's
and the
true.
Featherington girls are just constantly like wah, everything. Like everybody has their own details that are just like, what in the, I don't know what's happening in the story because I'm looking at you.
A visual masterpiece, a visual treat. I was gonna say I did have potentially one additional fun fact, which is that
Oh shit.
basically all of the cast originally auditioned for other roles. Like, they came in for different roles.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that.
Hit us. Do you know any of them?
I know very little people's names, but I do know like Eloise went out for Penelope first and then was put into Eloise's role, which you think about it, it's just a very different show if all of the cast was still there but playing different characters.
I feel like that's not how casting often goes. Like they'll post all of the roles and then try and cast them individually. Like I don't know if I've seen that much crossover between, hey, we liked you. Do you want to play something completely different?
One of my favorite ones, and I don't actually know if we've talked about this on the show before, and if we ever do an episode about this, God can forgive me for what I say because it is one of my favorite movies of all time. The original casting of Forrest Gump was not Tom Hanks. It was Chevy Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned it down, and thank fucking Christ he did, because that would have been awful.
Yeah.
Also, Sean Connery as Gandalf, they offered Gandalf to Sean Connery, and he said he didn't understand it, and I'm like, thank God.
That's good. That's good. That's called divine
That's how we get the
intervention.
nerds in. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all of our fun facts for today. So we're going to move on to our ad. So we're going to break to that. It's a wonderful ad. It keeps us in business. And then we're going to come back for our script. We'll see you in a second.
Woohoo!
Well, hey there. I'm Chad Stoof, and do I have a product for you? You ever go traveling? I do. And if there's one thing that really, really, really bothers me, it would have to be the people using selfie sticks. Yeah, those guys. They put the sticks up and they get in your way and you walk into them and then they get mad at you. They get mad at you. Well, I have the product just for you. The Selfie Stick Swatter. The Selfie Stick Swatter is, well, like a stick, but the Selfie Stick Swatter specializes in swatting away all those annoying, pesky selfie sticks so that those families cannot have a cherished memory for one moment of their trip together. And you're probably wondering, hey, the Selfie Stick Swatter sounds a bit aggressive. Well, there's one way to get around this. To not seem like a total ass who's trying to swat away people's selfie sticks, we've disguised the Selfie Stick Swatter as, you guessed it, a selfie stick. The Selfie Stick Swatter, disguised as a selfie stick, allows you to actually put your phone on the end of it. Much like a selfie stick, you can then use your phone and record yourself swatting people with the Selfie Stick Swatter disguised as a selfie stick. You're probably asking me, hey, doesn't that make that Selfie Stick Swatter disguised as a selfie stick an actual selfie stick? And to that, I say, shut up. Call now.
Alrighty, what an ad. Thank you for feeding us. I'm so nourished.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum. I love being alive.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
So, when it comes to our process for coming up with these ideas, we have many different ways of going about it. It could be changing a starring character or actor in the project to be something more distinctive and funny, or just changing the genre or what have you. And sometimes it's just a fucking pun. And
We love a pun.
we love a pun. And that's how we came about with the name of the script, which is Rizzerton. And I did my best, my due diligence as a cusp Gen Z millennial to give you guys what it would be like if Bridgerton had the Gen Z generation among them. So let's get into this. This is our cast list of a few characters here to be mentioned before we jump into this. So we have Rebecca playing Queen Charlotte. We have Brianna playing a bunch of characters who are new to the script, but I'll name a few: Annabelle and Taylor. And we have Justin playing, I'm gonna call her tonight Lady Whistledab, and Brimsley. You guys ready?
All right, let's do it.
Very good. So, without further ado, this is Rizzerton. Exterior, Royal Palace, day. We fade in on a bird's eye view of an opulent palace. The grand structure surrounded by an expanse of green land, stables, and a garden. If you look closely, you'll see two people banging by a tree. Thankfully for you, the listener, and the editor, they are too far away to be heard and require us to do any sound effects added to this moment. A voice speaks over.
Dearest reader, it is most certainly another exciting time in the kingdom as the London social season is set to begin. Queen Charlotte has the great task of naming a diamond of the season, an eligible bachelorette, who will be featured at the Queen's social gatherings. Deciding who will be the diamond of the season does not only need to be of a good reflection of the individual, but of the Queen herself, as fellow royals will surely host judgment over her skills and instinct. This season, however, the Queen may come to learn that the bachelors and bachelorettes may not be the type of people she is familiar with.
Fade 2. Interior, Royal Palace, continuous. We see Queen Charlotte seated in a small but decadent room, surrounded by assistants and other high-ranking individuals. Her hair is done up in the shape of two ducks trying to kill one another. The Queen's right hand and butler, Brimsley, enters.
Your Highness.
Ah, yes. Greetings, Brimsley. Have you news for me?
Yes, my Queen, but you may want to be seated for this.
Brimsley, I am seated.
Oh, why, yes, you are. My apologies.
Brimsley, are you sweating?
I guess more so crying than sweating. Maybe some pee as well.
My God, Brimsley, get yourself together.
Ah, yes, quite right you are.
Brimsley turns around and slaps himself. He turns back to the Queen.
Very good. Now, what is wrong?
Well, I mean, I could give you good news first, if you'd like.
Do you have good news?
No, but I can make some up.
Brimsley, you have only but a minute to tell me what you intended to tell me.
Okay, be cool. Your Highness, it appears that the tabloids are spinning this social season against you.
The other people in the room all seem concerned. The queen appears unfazed.
And how so?
Well, it seems that the youth that will become eligible for the season are different.
Brimsley, I have overseen far too many generations and social seasons to be perceived as unprepared.
Charlotte gets up and looks out the window, as only a rich person could.
Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. She's standing.
She sees those two people banging by the tree. The window is quite high quality, so once again, we cannot hear them. Do you hear me, post-production? We do not need sound effects for this part, thank you. She gags a bit, then looks away.
Whatever this Lady Whistledown says about me has always proven to be just that. Talk.
My queen, this wasn't Lady Whistledown.
The queen, surprised, turns to Brimsley.
Then who was it?
My queen, it appears a new tabloid has emerged on the streets.
Brimsley holds out a small leaflet. An assistant takes it and hands it to the queen.
Lady Whistledab?
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
What on flat earth does that mean?
I do not know. But word on the street is that this writer better represents and speaks to the youth, including those entering the social season.
Ah, yes. Again, Brimsley, this is not the first changing of the tides that I have dealt with in this kingdom. We have certainly witnessed a distinction in generations, whether it's in their mannerisms and courtship, or simply interest in a partner. Nevertheless, I have held strong and have adapted with the way the wind goes.
Skibbity.
Excuse me?
Yes, I said, Your Majesty, skibbity.
And what in God's name does that mean?
Well, I'm not quite sure. But it does seem to only be the tip of the iceberg. With how these youths communicate. And rumor has it there is some sort of ailment that is spreading among them.
The room and all who stand in it go silent. They look to the queen for guidance.
And what would that be?
Oh, I've only heard it in passing, but from what I understood, it seems to be called brain rot.
The audience in the room begin to whisper among themselves, as confidence in the queen's hold on society begins to come into question.
I feel like it's canteen season. Get them out.
Whatever this brain rot is, I can assure you we have dealt with worse in the past. Brimsley, we need a family to be the centerpiece of this social season, a true diamond that can unite the families yet appeal to their peers.
Yes. Perhaps we should host the Rizzertons?
The Bridgertons?
Oh, no. They are old news. Quite basic, as the kids say. The Rizzertons have a lovely daughter who is what many of the bachelors call a vibe.
Brimsley, if you do not speak in a language I understand...
My apologies, my queen. Allow me to request their presence so you can better understand.
Cut 2, interior, royal palace, later. Queen Charlotte is once again seated, as she is served tea. Fewer patrons inhabit the room. The grand doors opposite of her open as Brimsley enters.
Your Royal Highness, may I introduce you to the Rizzertons?
A man and woman enter the room dressed in typical rich person clothes.
Ah, yes, Annabelle and George, welcome.
Your Majesty, it is truly an honor to meet you.
We truly appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. We know how busy things are around this time, just before the social season.
You are both too kind.
Your Highness, may I introduce their daughter, Taylor?
A girl in sweatpants and a hoodie walks in. She avoids eye contact with literally everyone.
Oh, lovely. Is she behind that walking bedsheet?
No, my queen. She is the bedsheet. I mean, this is Taylor Rizzerton.
The queen appears slightly repulsed.
Well then, welcome, Lady Taylor.
Bruh, this room is giving me Eat the Rich vibes right now.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, our silly little Taylor just has a way of revolutionizing the English language. Rest assured, my queen, that she will be on her best behavior this social season.
Do not fret. I understand that she represents her peers quite well, and the last thing I would want is to stifle her creativity and confidence.
Sus.
Excuse me?
Oh, she just has a bit of a cold is all.
Good God! Is that the brain rot?
A what?
Brimsley, please leave me with George and Annabelle.
Yes, my queen. Come now, Taylor. Let's go find some food.
Okay.
Brimsley and Taylor leave. We should play something else.
My queen, I sincerely apologize for my daughter's lack of decorum. In reality, she is just nervous to be in your presence.
Fear not, Lady Rizzerton. I have heard the many whispers of the people. I understand the winds must once again change, and with that we must adapt to visions of our youth. You see, there is always an expectation in the ton, and while I have proven myself to always stay above the noise, sometimes one must delve into it to truly grasp it. Now, I have put a lot of thought into a potential mate for your daughter. Sir Harper is not much older than your daughter, and he is very well-behaved and cultured man. Truly a great pairing for the diamond of the season.
Oh.
What is it?
My queen, I am in awe of your attitude towards this challenge. But I must caution you, these kids are, how you say, different. Their ways of courtship and socializing are not what we have experienced. I guess what I'm trying to say is, these kids fucking suck.
And to be quite honest, my queen, Bryce is kind of lame.
Dearest George and Annabelle. That was a chuckle.
It's a very good chuckle, yes.
It's very good.
Dearest George and Annabelle, there have always been times of doubt and concern, but I know we can get through this. May I ask the history of your family name?
Oh, our name isn't actually Rizzerton. Our daughter just thought it would be funnier.
Yes, apparently Lord and Lady Beefsteak Potato Mans didn't hold up well in her eyes.
Cut to interior Royal Hall evening. We look upon
Son
a
of
large
Patrick
room.
Beefsteak Potato Mans, owner of the fields,
First of his name.
first of his name.
Of the Cambridge Potatomans?
Our cousin,
Beefsteak
our
Potato
cousin Philadelphia Cheesesteak Man of the Cheesesteak Man Mines is quite renowned in his parts.
Amazing.
We look upon a large room full of sharply dressed royal patrons. Situated on the edges of the room are the younger people, far more dressed down and comfy. They all appear to have their heads buried in notepad tablets. All the while, a classical rendition of Obsessed by Mariah Carey plays. The music quiets as Brimsley enters the room.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first gathering of the social season. Please welcome Queen Charlotte.
The queen enters, dressed in another grand and elegant gown, while her hair portrays a young 5 boys standing on the stage under the group name of One Direction, about to audition for the X Factor. There's applause from the older guests. The young adults have yet to look up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to have you all here. As you know, this is the start of the social season, and love is most certainly in the air.
There's a pause, when a voice from the audience emerges.
Yo, that's Cap.
The younger patrons erupt in laughter.
Brimsley, what are they saying? Do I appear to be fashioning a cap?
My queen, I believe the term cap means more of a fib than a piece of headwear.
Oh my. Now settle down. It is good to see that you are all in such good spirits. At this time, we would like to present the diamond of the season. Please welcome Taylor Rizzerton.
Taylor walks out, evidently uncomfortable in her own gown, though she seemed to have embellished it with a chain necklace.
What on earth is that?
What? I needed to make it look nice somehow.
Oh, yes. Otherwise, that dress would have seemed quite whack.
Taylor and the Queen look at him with disappointment.
Damn it! Those kids outside said that was cool verbiage.
Anyways, please enjoy.
The music resumes as a classical version of Burnin' Up by the Jonas Brothers plays.
Slipping into the fire.
Red dress!
Red dress! I imagine that the soprano from the first season just like coming back and being like, red dress!
No notes.
Anyway, let us now give way for the young bachelors and bachelorettes to dance and mingle.
The married couples evacuate the dance floor, leaving it barren for the young adults to take center stage. There is a moment of standstill. Queen Charlotte leans over to Brimsley.
Brimsley,
Yes, my queen.
where are all the bachelor and bachelorettes?
It appears they are all seated, my queen.
The Queen takes a more focused look as we now see young men and women situated away from one another, all looking down at pamphlets.
Brimsley, did another letter come out from Whistledab?
I would safely assume so.
Wait a minute. Where is Taylor?
Brimsley looks around, but appears dumbfounded that he cannot spot her.
Oh, shit.
Brimsley runs to the crowd. He finds a pale young man, Bryce Harper. He is well dressed, with his hair parted down the middle.
Surprise.
Oh, hello, Brimsley. You seem to be sweat crying.
Oh, no. Maybe. Yes, but I need some assistance. Could you by chance go look for Taylor Rizzerton?
Who, me? Oh my, I didn't think that is the best idea.
Brimsley gets closer to Bryce.
Listen here, you piece of shit. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? The British have been faking for generations. They don't actually have that accent.
I knew it!
We all knew.
Yeah, we all do it.
We all
It's
knew
so
it.
obvious, honestly.
Made it up for dating.
Listen here, chap. If word gets out of Taylor's disappearance, it's going to be my loins on the line with the Queen.
Okay. No need to get dramatic. I'll look around.
Cut to exterior Royal Palace gardens later. Bryce navigates through a maze of shrubbery and flowers. Bryce finds Taylor, seated by a fountain with tears in her eyes.
Miss Rizzerton, are you all right?
Oh, hi, Bryce.
I guess I should say, what's good? Or whatever. LOL?
Bryce, it's okay. You don't need to talk like the other boys.
Sorry, I figured that may cheer you up. People inside are worried about you. Are you okay?
Bryce, how on earth could I be okay when this is what Whistledab put out?
Taylor hands Bryce a pamphlet. He reads out loud.
Get ready with me as I tell you about the new diamond of the season. Puts on foundation? Wait, why does she put in the parentheses of what she's doing with her makeup? We can't even see it.
Just keep reading.
Okay. Or should I say Snorefest of the season? Puts on eyeshadow. Taylor Rizzerton may lead you to believe that she's one of the cool kids, but her parents' money could never hide the truth that her real last name is Beefsteak Potatomans. Puts on mascara.
How on earth am I supposed to go out there when everyone thinks I'm chuggy?
I don't think I want to know what that means, but you can't let this get the best of you. You're still a beautiful girl, and anyone would be lucky to share a waltz with you.
Oh, Bryce, no one waltzes anymore. We do mini standing choreographed dances using mostly our hands and sometimes our butts.
Oh my!
But I do appreciate the words of encouragement. You're a great...
Time slows down. Bryce's heart stops as he fears the words that are inevitably about to come out of Taylor's mouth.
friend.
Fuck. Damn it.
Yeah. No problem, buddy.
Well, I guess I should get back to the party before people get worried. Thanks again.
Taylor leaves. Bryce hangs back for a moment.
Fucking damn it.
So Bryce said the same exact thing I said as a viewer. I want you to know this is exactly how I watch actually Bridgerton, by the way. Like, this is how
All the commentary.
Yeah. God fucking damn it.
Cut to interior Royal Hall later. Taylor returns to the hall, finding a seat on the side. She is accompanied by two friends who go to comfort her. As it was before her return, no young bachelor or bachelorettes have made their way to one another. Only a group of boys got up to sort of dance together when the classical rendition of Mo Bamba started. The dukes and duchesses in attendance all begin to whisper to one another. The queen, frustrated, looks to Brimsley.
Brimsley, you best find a way to fix this.
Brimsley, for once, does not cry. He makes his way to an empty dance floor and stands defiantly at center stage. He signals to the band to stop playing Mo Bamba. The kids, I'm sorry. I just thought that was funny. The kids do not realize the music has stopped.
No Mo Bamba.
No Mo Baba.
No Mo
Thank you.
Bamba. Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your skibbity.
You're fired.
Oh, fucking Christ.
This is a hard paragraph to say. Oh my God.
From the top, Justin, from the top.
No, that's gonna stand as it is. Give me your tired chuggies yearning to rizz free. Take note that I do not don a hat at this time, for I am not capping. What seems like a basic party is only mere moments from becoming lit AF and bussin'. Allow me to flex on you for just a moment.
The patrons look on, mostly confused. Bryce has also re-entered the hall.
What the hell is he saying?
Hold on. Let him cook.
Being an adult, I know I am high-key unaware of what it takes for one person to sib for another. But do not be mistaken. I understand a man's true riz when I see it. So for those of you who stare upon me and think, big yikes, allow me to give this party the
Skibbity.
I've got 4 years in a BFA trying to get me through this fucking sentence right now.
Skibbity Loo.
So for those of you who stare upon me and say, big yikes, allow me to give this party the glow up that it needs, and I will show you what it means to stand.
Brimsley claps twice as the band readies.
If you know, you know.
The band begins to play a classical cover of Karma by Jojo Siwa. As some time passes, some groups of girls get up to sarcastically dance along, followed by some boys. The group begin to mix a bit as a small party finally starts to form on the dance floor. Brimsley proudly returns to the queen's side.
Brimsley, I must say that was quite impressive.
Well, you know what they say, my queen. I'm him.
Okay, that's quite enough with that.
While some people have gone up to the dance floor, it still appears the majority are still seated, including Taylor. Bryce approaches her once more.
Hey, Taylor.
Oh, sup, Bryce?
Would you, like to do the karma dance with me?
Ooh, you know that dance?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, I would love to.
In this sweet moment, Bryce accompanies Taylor to the dance floor. The two look happily at one another. The queen looks on.
Well, Brimsley, it looks like we've done it again. One way or another, we succeed in capturing and conducting love on its ever-changing form.
We are quite brilliant, aren't we?
Just then, the chorus of the song hits as Taylor and Bryce stand side by side and start violently pumping their fists up and down, while rapidly jerking their chests, followed by some gyrating that is in no possible way attractive to anyone.
This is still fucking weird.
Yes, but IMO, they ate that.
Big Riz.
Very well
Riz.
done. That I think we nailed the very essential voices in this. Rebecca, Queen Charlotte, well done. Brianna,
Oh, thank
Taylor,
you.
Gen Z, spot on. And Justin, thank you for reading those
the
last
middle
couple
ground.
pages.
the some
You really-
paragraphs.
Truly.
Yeah, yes, you held it
Really?
down. Everyone
Yeah.
held down their own. I'm very proud of you guys. Well
No
done.
cap.
When did you know Brimsley was your star?
I did not, but it really did come together where that really was how it was going to play out. I had moments like the scene by the fountain and kind of the introduction of it all, but it was more finding that like route point A to point B, and then once I was building in between, I realized this is really about Brimsley at the end of the day.
I will say, and I can't speak to this specifically, but I feel like we on this podcast take a liking to the assistants. Like whatever that is, the second in command, the person that's like right there all the time, we find truly fascinating. And between Adam and I feel like that person, even if they're not a big part in the show, like seems to come to a forefront in our scripts for whatever reason.
We want to give him that spotlight. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, nobody is resourceful like a personal assistant.
True.
It's true. Shout out. I feel like I had another shout out. Oh yes. Oh, this is the one thing I needed to share with you guys. The beefsteak thing. I got that idea because I was thinking about the script, and I was at Trader Joe's, and I was buying a beefsteak tomato. That's it.
A beefsteak tomato.
Yeah. Shout out to beefsteak tomatoes for the burgers, and
Yeah,
veggie
and
burgers.
BLTs.
so what? Not exactly the best tomato, but
It's the right size.
Substantial.
Yeah.
For
Right.
when it needs to be a meaty component on a sandwich.
Indeed.
Welcome to TomatoCast, a podcast within our already established
Fresh tomatoes.
podcast.
We're gonna rank tomatoes.
Hard to pitch this
For
umbrella.
the rest of the episode, we will be rating tomatoes from top to bottom.
Campari, cherry, grape.
Wow, Campari first. Interesting.
Hot take.
Next
hot take.
time on TomatoCast. No, that's it.
Okay. Well, all right. So thank you guys very much again for reading my script for our first real, the return of Pitch This, the Rizzerton.
Top tier puns. I loved all the puns.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
That was the goal. And it had to stand true to the name of the script, of course. So, right. Before we carry on, we want to give you guys a chance to promote yourselves. Share just anything you got going on or just where people can follow you because you deserve that after reading that. So, Rebecca, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, sure. You can always find me at bextraterrestrial.com. That's where I will update whatever socials I'm on at any given time. And
That's a
also,
great name.
Thank you.
That's good. Good pun again.
just the word extraterrestrial with a B in front of it. That's me. You'll find me.
Well done. They'll find you. Very great. Was there anything else before?
No, I have a book coming out later this year that's all
wow.
based on characters from The Tempest. So if you
Wow.
like it, it's not quite as horny as Bridgerton, but it's I
Nice.
wrote it, so it's a little horny.
We can do fan fiction of your book and make it more horny. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
later this year on Pitch This.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Our people will reach out.
Do you have a title, Becca?
It is the title of the book is called Fathoms in the Earth, and my story is called A Primer of the Small Stars.
Wow. I like that. So it's a collective book, as in you're writing.
It is. It's an anthology from Aaron Nothingness Press, which is a publisher I've worked with several times now. And this anthology is specifically all characters from The Tempest, like the archetypal characters. Just take them and do whatever you want with them. So boy, did we!
Sick.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Be on the
Nice.
lookout for that. I'm very excited for that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And Brianna, how about yourself?
Yeah, so you can find me on the internet at Brie Crutchy on all platforms. All that I really have to shell, as I mentioned at the top, I work for PlayStation Studios. We have 2 games I'm super excited about coming out later this year. One is in October. You can look out for Astrobot, full-length game
That looks so
featuring
cool.
our
Yeah.
mascot, awesome 3D platformer. Really, really excited about that one.
Yeah.
And then just announced this past weekend is Lego Horizon
I saw
Adventures.
that. That's amazing.
Yes, very exciting. I know. An
Like Lego
orange-haired,
Aloy?
Yeah.
like Lego Aloy.
Aloy.
It is Aloy. I have been wanting to talk about this game for so long because I love the Lego series, very core to my childhood. Horizon is by far my favorite IP that we have in the PlayStation Studios universe. And so Lego game meets Aloy meets dinosaur, metal dinosaurs. It's going to be exciting. So that is our holiday season. Check that out in November.
Rebecca, Brianna, thank you guys so much again for coming on. This was so much fun and a great way to kick off the revamp of Pitch This Podcast. For Pitch This Podcast, you can follow us on Instagram at Pitch This Pod. We're on X, unfortunately, at Pitch.
No underscore?
No, there's still an underscore.
All right, I just had to check. Sorry. Do it again.
Pitch.
Underscore.
This.
Underscore.
Pod. And we're on TikTok at Pitch This Podcast, so follow us there.
Thank you to How's My Hair Productions for making this show possible. Our producer, Tybee, Peter Charney, and Ryan Marr for our amazing theme. And of course, you, the listeners, for finding an interest in us. Thank you so much.
You look great today, by the way. I don't know if anyone told you, the listener, you look great today.
Oh.
Not you, Justin, the listener.
Sad. So, we like to end our episodes with a review, one final review from the social media movie reviewing website Letterboxd. Only the best and brightest reviews to finish off our show. A review about the subject matter at hand. From Letterboxd user Stella, it is a 1-star review of Bridgerton that reads as, "What am I even doing here?" Thank you so much for joining Pitch This Podcast, episode 101. As always, thank you, and wash your dogs.
Twice a day.
Bye now.